everyone. Kimberly Ray here with Marine Conservation Network, and we are back in the game doing interviews and having people on that are making oceans a difference. Today, we are having with us somebody very special and very important, all the way from Hong Kong. And he is going to talk to you about the oceans in his area where he lives and the ghost netting and all kinds of events that are happening and what he's doing to make oceans a difference. And we're welcoming today Harry Chan. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
You got that right, Kim.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us today. And I wanted everybody to hear about you and talk to you and listen to you on the knowledge that you have. I read on your bio and I've seen all your past work. You have been doing phenomenal work on cleaning up the oceans in Hong Kong with the ghost netting. And we want to hear all about it. So could you please tell everybody who you are and a little bit of your background, how you got started in this?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. This is from Hong Kong. I'm Harry Chan. Actually, today, before we start, I'm going to tell you that we're going to have a wonderful warm weather. It looks like, I just checked, it's 25 degrees Celsius. I don't know whether it's good news or bad news, because normally, this time of the year, the weather temperature should be around 20.
Oh.
As I did my personal survey for the past 10 years or 7 years, I checked the water temperature in Hong Kong area. I just checked again. Normally, it should be around 16 to 17 degrees Celsius. I'm talking about within the depth of 15 meters to 20 meters. But nowadays, it stays up to 19 to 20. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can feel the global warming. It's coming.
Exactly. It is happening. And all of our followers are very aware with all the earthquakes and the temperature change in water. It's definitely changing.
I can feel that. We're going to have another big one, maybe another earthquake, volcano around Asia, somewhere up, I won't say Japan, whatever. It's going to come. It's a Mother Nature warning. It's trying to equalize. So let's do something about it. Okay. Can I start?
So how did you first, let me find out, how did you get involved with removing ghost netting?
Okay, it's about 10 years ago. Some of the expats who live in Hong Kong or work in Hong Kong asked me to join them for beach cleanup. I said, come on, the beach are all clean. He said, Harry, just join them. So I joined them, and we went to one not far from Hong Kong. It's a place called, anyway, I'm going to name the place. I joined them, and then, oh my God, there's a lot of trash. All kinds of trash you might not be able to see, especially if you live inland. Okay. So I was doing it. The temperature was hot. It was in July. It was about 34 degrees. As a diver myself, after 10 minutes of hard work, I was totally exhausted. Mind you, and now I'll be 70 in June, but I'm still very healthy. Okay.
Awesome. That's my favorite part, that you're turning 70, but you're still doing this. That's fantastic.
I tell my wife that's the best return for me. Exactly. It's my health, right?
Exactly.
Okay, anyway, and then I was working so hard. Being a diver, I said, come on, I need to cool myself down before I get fainted, with this hot weather. So I walk into the water. As soon as I get into the water, just imagine you're with me, you're in the water with me together. You can hear the beautiful sound wave. And then floating on, passing me is all trash, plastic bottles, net, anything you can see, styrofoam. I said, gee, and then suddenly I feel hurting on my, you know why? I thought, oh, there was wood, all pieces of wood with nails on it.
Oh,
it's cutting my legs,
no.
my yeah. And then I step on something, so much stuff I step on. It's not corals, so I pull it up. Oh my God, plastic. I pull it up. Oh, all kind of, I should say the word S, it's all kind. Yeah. So then I was saying, how come nobody really go into the water? And then from then on, I joined a lot of NGO, different group, even WWF Hong Kong.
Okay.
I was asking, and they said, because with liability, that's why they don't want to touch the water. And I'd say, okay, do you know that 80% of the trash are all in the water?
Wow.
Whatever's on the beach, maybe 10% are being washed up and then we pick up something and wash it back in the water. They say we can't do that. At least the guy tell me don't go in, because I say, hey, come on, don't tell me not to go in. The more you tell me, the deeper I go in. Okay. But
So
anyway,
because of liability, they didn't want to go in there and clean it
well,
up.
I mean, I understand, really, I understand, but it's not safe. Well, while you're doing cleanup, you go into water with a lot of kids, they love the ocean, so it's better to be on the water. So I'm telling you, if you're going onto the beach, doing some cleanup with your kid, keep your eyes on them. Try not to let them go into the water.
Wow.
Okay. So from then on, I thought, maybe what can I do? I'm not going to do beach cleanup all the time. It doesn't really bring out the message about the problem with the ocean that we are facing now. Even up to today, I'm sure you know that, Kim, not many people are aware of our problem.
Exactly.
Even the people who care, I mean, the people who know, they don't care.
Well, it's like out of sight, out of mind, because they don't see it. They don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
That's why.
I get people reaching me out from the state. They say, Harry, we don't have the problem. I say, the problem is you don't see it. That's the big problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you for having me today to share my knowledge.
Well, it's an honor, and this is exactly what we
It's
do,
my
is to
pleasure.
educate everybody.
You're doing a fantastic job.
Would you please explain to our followers what exactly is ghost netting? So if they ever see it or come across that, they know what they're looking at.
Okay, ghost gear is called ghost gear. Ghost gear including anything such as a fishing net, fishing lines, fishing traps, and other equipment they use to catch fish. So, however, let me put it this way. It's not just in the ocean, it's in the rivers. It's in the lakes. It's in the streams. Anywhere that has sea life, people will use the net to catch them, either for food or for fun. Okay. I even find a big net when I go hiking in one over four up the mountain. Well, anyway.
Now,
so
these ghost
please.
nets that you find, are they nets that have been just left in the ocean, forgotten about, or is this just in general any net that's out there is considered a ghost net?
Any net, if they're being discarded or being like tracked in the rock or reef while fishermen going fishing or commercial fishing, they're going to. I don't want to go into detail of that because we just do a conservation. Okay, I mean conservation, and then once they left it, I would call them a ghost net. But there's two types I call. One is they do devastated the ecosystem.
Right.
But another one, I'm going to point out that not a lot of people are aware of it, because I was almost got killed in one of the cleanup when I was doing some of those net. That one was, I would say, about 200 kilo or more, maybe 300 kilo. They was drifting.
Wow.
About 10 meters below. And then suddenly I saw, when I was searching around, I saw net. I called them silent killer. Silent killer.
Exactly.
They are 100 times worse than single-use plastic. That's why, thank you so much for letting me to share the big problem, serious impact on ghost net, not just the ecosystem.
Exactly.
Economically affecting the boating, okay, health, and all kind. Anyway, I'm going to tell you the reason why I was almost got killed on that one is because I saw it. I signaled my buddies. We go into the net. We try to clean, and suddenly, I don't know. It could be Mother Nature. I'm not superstitious. I'm not religious. Tell me to stop, and I just stopped. I can't move.
Oh wow.
And I thought, what? I said, hey, don't do it, because if there's a boat on top of the water that's gone by, it would create a current. That means the net is going to catch me up and tangle me, and I'll be drift away. And that's why a lot of people see sharks, all kind of marine life being tangled by net. Okay, and this net I call ghost net. As soon as into the water, they can travel with the current, the weather, whatever, and then by days, months, years, even decades, until they entangle a lot of over where they sink into the bottom of the sea floor, or they've been picked up, which is very unlikely.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is the procedure when you get a team together and you go out and you do your cleaning and you get the ghost netting? What is your usual procedure when you go out there and retrieve it?
That's a very good question. Normally, when we go out, let me put it this way: I do a lot of ghost net, not just in the ocean with diving gear. I do shoreline.
Okay.
shoreline I'm talking about without any gear, that's within 2 to maximum 2 meters for safety reasons. I almost got killed on that one too. That's why I like to share.
Wow.
I like to learn from my
It's amazing.
mistakes, and that I share out. Okay, and then if I go with a boat with maybe sometimes 20 divers, I will give them briefing.
Okay.
Firstly, most important, safety. Okay, the purpose we are there is not to pick up the quantity.
Okay.
Is to bring out the issue and to see the impact. Do your own survey. We're not there to pick up that. When you're down there, make sure your buddy system. I'm not going to talk about the safety right now, okay? But go down there with your buddy. Make sure you're with the buddies,
Okay.
and then do a survey. If you see a ghost net, either floating. If they're floating one, just leave it alone. Just leave them alone. Okay, don't even go near them. Okay, those are on seafloor. A lot of them are being tangling the coral and blah blah blah. Go to it firstly to see, especially in Hong Kong, is this a ghost net or fishermen fishing tools? If it's ghost net, look at it.
Okay.
See, is it able? If you're able to remove it, just remove it. If you are not, normally advise people to get the camera, take pictures, even videos. Go around. If you see any animal being tangled, coral tangled, take picture, and then try to spread out a message by posting on networking. That's the best way to spread out a message. So remember, not the quantity. We have so much. I can tell you tons and tons and tons of ghost there, not just in Hong Kong, all over the world. It's a global issue. Yeah.
Yes, we do. We have beach cleanups here in Santa Barbara, but most things that we find are usually cigarette butts and single-use plastic, those kind of things. Once in a while, we'll have crab traps, but I personally, right here at the Santa Barbara beach, have not seen any ghost netting, but I know over in LA and towards Alaska, they found quite a bit. And I know there's been some whales. Have you had any issue with sea life being stuck with the debris that you find in the ghost netting?
Yeah, we see. Well, I haven't seen any whales like that, but I saw dolphins like that, and then sea turtles, even horseshoe crabs. And in Hong Kong, if we see any sea life being tangled by, the net or anything or plastic, then normally we just call Ocean Park Conservation, and we have a team to collect them. And we try to save them. Okay.
Good.
And then I see it when I do cleanup, I see a dead animal, packed, things like that, being tangled in net, and then it's so filthy. Right. Even a guy like me, I got scared out of it because it's just so bad. So you can imagine what's in the water. Okay, all kind of virus.
That's very true.
I'm going to tell you one thing. When I'm doing cleanup, I just don't go to clean. I do a lot of survey. I love to do survey in a primitive way, in a crazy way. Okay. I was talking to people in Australia, New Zealand. They say, Harry, we don't worry about it because our water is clean. I said, I've been to Palau. Some of the island diving, they're wonderful. They get 200 feet visibility, water clear. That's the problem.
Right.
I'm sure that a lot of people understand microplastic.
Exactly.
Styrofoam, but think about something, toxin, chemical, you cannot see.
Exactly.
And then ghost net, when they entangle all kind of stuff, when I go pick up, I see styrofoam in the ghost net, big one, they use it for packaging, and a lot of them, you might not see it for construction.
They're even finding viruses over Alaska. So yes, I totally understand the microplastics and the viruses and all that.
And then we have a lot of unknown disease that people wondering where's it from. It's from the free transfer from ghost net, because when they tangle all kind of stuff, they travel around the world. It's like a cruise ship. It's free.
Yeah, that's very true.
They spread out, and that's why we got to take care of the river and the lakes.
Well, that's why we want to have you on, because we want to educate our followers. It all starts at home. And like you said before, because they don't see it, it's not physically tangible. They think it's not there, or they think the ocean is endless. And because it's endless, it cleans itself out. Well, we've gotten to a point to where, from our point of view, that's going to be a little bit more difficult of having it do it on its own. We need to help it along a little bit.
Yeah, and it's as simple. Next time, if you see a friend, I'm sure some of the member of your family or friends, if you see them scratching their hands, skin disease, asthma. You know why? All the dirty things, toxic, dirty things being filtered by seafood, shellfish, and we eat them either on a
Right.
plate or through the seafood chain.
Right, exactly. So it
Oh,
comes
you
down to
understand?
we're basically
So,
eating our own trash.
right, you can get away with it, even you live inland up the
Very
mountain.
true.
Okay.
Can you tell us how you collaborate with other organizations? You were talking about how you contact other NGOs and you work with them or talk to them. How do you go about connecting with them, or do they come to you?
Well, actually, a lot of them, they come to me, contact me because,
Like we
especially
did.
yeah, thank you so much. Because I'm a small potato 10 years ago. Even now, I'm small potato. I'm a sweet one. But what I'm doing is so different. That's why I've been thinking I do not want to for my own NGO, okay, because I'm not asking for funding.
Right.
And because with my age, I was talking to some media, they say my age is an inspiration.
It is very much
If you
so.
can you see my hair? Oh, it looks good. It's
Yes,
dark.
I do. It
But
looks
normally it's gray hair. That's why I do not dye my hair, because when people ask me or the children, what is color bleaching? What those net got to do with color bleaching? Okay, look at my hair.
yeah.
This is color bleaching. Okay.
That's a good idea. That's a good analogy. I like that.
You want to find a way that really draw the kids' attention. I tell you, the kid, they are the best educated. I share a lot with the kid. Okay, I used to networking. I'm not very good in computer. I'm good. I'm calm now because when I touch computer, I get so nervous. When I'm fighting with a
I
ghost,
understand.
I'm
No,
so
I completely
calm.
understand.
I'm a ghost net hunter. I'm not
Yeah.
Harry Potter. I tell the kid, I'm Harry, the Chinese ghost net hunter. They say, "Oh yeah, Bruce Lee." I say, "No." But
I'm
anyway,
the same way.
yeah,
I'm better with people than I am with a computer. That's why I
right, right,
came with YouTube and said, you know what, I'm just going to do this. I already know how it works. I'm
yeah.
not going to struggle. We're just going to sit here and talk, and I'll worry about YouTube another time.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I really do appreciate with all this networking. I started with YouTube. People tell me to YouTube. I post my pictures, everything, and that's
I can
why I
do
pick
that.
up. Yeah, that's why I pick up GhostNet, because if I pick up plastic, my word and the ocean will not go out.
Exactly.
So I look at GhostNet. I ask other people like in the state or go for the web. Oh my God, I didn't know that it's such a big issue. To me, it's much worse than any other stuff. As I was saying, that it can kill everything.
Exactly. You're
Plastic bottle, it might take you 100 years to disintegrate, or
but
you can,
as long as we're doing something, we're making a dent in it. So that's good. The fact that
yeah,
we're bringing it to everybody's attention and you're helping to educate the public what's really out there, that's good. And that's what we need, is more people showing the other people
yeah,
this is what's going on. And
exactly.
it all starts at home.
Exactly. I really like that. I have opportunity to come over to Santa Barbara and then join you for a beach cleanup at the same
That would be
time. We do a
wonderful.
ghost nap just to raise global awareness,
We
not
would be
about the
honored.
quantity.
We would be
Thank you.
honored.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Let me ask you, what do you see as far as technology getting involved and helping as far as with the ghost netting? Do you see that happening in the future, or do you think that's a little hard to come by right now?
Kim, can I say I love you?
Of course you can.
Because it's a big support to me. A guy like me, when I'm talking technology about the ocean, nobody even bothered to talk to me. They think, who's this guy? He's not even a marine biologist. He's talking about tech. It's very important.
Yes.
If we have any audience here in tech, innovation, this is the only way we can help to solve problem, not to stop, to reduce the problem. Because I can tell you honestly, I'm a very few guy, a crazy guy at my age, into the water. Okay, I was born in 6th of June. Okay, you know what 6th of June 1945 is? The D-Day.
Oh,
6th of
that's
June.
right. That's right.
I think Mother Nature, I was fighting the war in Normandy. I don't know which side I was. Anyway, right or wrong, I don't care. But 6th of June 1953, Mother Nature picked me, I think choosing me as another fighter, but this time, an ocean fighter.
Well, exactly. An
I don't know,
ocean
maybe
warrior.
yeah, warrior, whatever. So we need, I think if any of our audience, if not, please spread the word or through your networking, try to contact them. We can have another interview. I get all my all my crazy idea because I see them every day.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to invent a team of robotic divers because they have no
Okay.
limitation with weather, water visibility. Because sometimes I go to clean coast now with some experienced diver with water visibility is only about less than a meter.
Right. Right.
Okay, so no limitation of not affect, and then they can just stay there and give us constantly data. We
That's
need
a
them.
really good idea because there are things out there
Yeah,
already. They're doing ocean
yeah,
cleanup, but they're the big boats with the big nets pulling it in.
yeah.
Robotic divers, that's a new idea. I like the thinking of that.
Please, I
So
hope your
good.
networking can do that. We need that.
Well, we'll get the word out. Hopefully somebody out there has that idea and they can
Yeah, I
use the
mean,
technology and build it.
with this ESG, a lot of big financial company are looking for the right project to
That's true.
invest into it. And
That's
this is will
true.
be one of it because you're talking about millions and billions of dollars. It's not a big amount.
Well, you know
What you
what?
can done for the whole world.
Exactly. Well, you know what? We know more about space than we do the ocean, and we've got robots in
You got
space
that right.
up on the planets and everything like that. There's no reason why we can't do that here on Earth,
Right.
which is this is our livelihood and this is our life support. Why not
Yeah.
put it there? So hopefully somebody will see this and they can start on the project because we definitely need that help.
You need that. Because I tell you one
Exactly.
thing, I can to be honest with you, up to today, we do not know much about the ocean, except, okay, we have scientists, marine biologists, they're talking about special species of marine life,
Right.
certain plant, coral, but that's not what we have to look at the impact of the ocean.
We know about 5% of the ocean. That's about it.
I would say less than that.
Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't
That's
be.
why I'm a member of another alliance called the Hong Kong Marine Ocean Alliance Protection Alliance. We are working on it. Hopefully, we try to get more what do you call the marine protection area. We're supposed to get 10% Hong Kong. We're
Right.
not even yet to 3%. I was telling that when we had the meeting.
Wow.
I go around. We don't even have 1% or less than 0.5% protected. So don't
Wow.
tell me we're working about 2030, 2050 zero and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work at all. I guarantee it will not work. The situation is getting worse until we really start to cooperate like you are doing now with the
Exactly.
government, with the commercial fishing industry. We're not blaming anybody.
So
So the
we need to
tech
really
is
explode.
into it.
Exactly. We need to really explode and get everybody all on the same page at the same
Yes,
time.
yes. In Hong Kong, I don't know if some of you have been in Hong Kong, we have a cargo terminal right in the city. And then we have a lot of Dovians
Okay.
coming through that. And then a lot of them get killed,
Wow.
not by reclamation of land, but by fishing net, also propeller.
Oh, wow.
That's why we have two churches. Just recently, we had an interview with a media that they went there and took picture about the turtle got cut by propeller.
Yeah.
And then because it was bad, so it cannot sink to get buoyancy. So the turtle, one of the turtle will not survive. They just keep
Wow.
struggling.
Oh, man.
So
That kills me when I hear
again, people say how we can solve it. I don't mind we talk, but please, apart from talking, we need to go into the action.
more
You
action.
do not, yeah, you do not expect the CEO on the top they understand anything. They still look at the paper. That's why I was lucky to do one of a big company in Scotland. They support our ocean park conservation. Donate. And when the Asia director came the other week, especially he won 7 hours with the Harry and our chief from Ocean Park. We go out to places. He brings his members to the beach. Half an hour he was collect a lot of trash. I went down to one of his colleagues to the water to the coral, and he said, Harry, oh my God, I didn't know the impact. Half an hour collect so much. I said, sir, you didn't see much. That beach was clean.
Wow.
I said,
Yeah,
really?
that's really amazing. I mean, when I was part of some other organizations, beach
Yeah.
cleanup, things that we found, you'd really be surprised. And especially once COVID hit, we were finding tons of masks that were washing up from the ocean. Everywhere
Yeah.
we looked on the beach, there was a mask somewhere. And it's crazy. What advice would you give our followers, especially our young ambassadors who are trying to create their own path of making a difference? What advice would you give them?
Before I'm sharing advice with the kid, okay, Ambassador, can I ask you to do me a favor?
Of course.
I love your program. I just love it because you're the one we're talking the same language.
Okay.
You're the one who never asked me a term about any scientific because I'm not on that. Thank you so much. I would like you to make another one.
Okay.
Invite ambassadors to children from
Yes,
all
I
over the
will.
world, from
Yes,
all over China, the States,
I will. Definitely.
Africa. I'm sure maybe some from Africa
We
they're watching
have
now.
we
Hong
have a
Kong.
we have a youth ambassador program in Marine Conservation Network.
It's
We
very
have
important.
yes, it is very important. We
Yeah.
have 2 ambassadors in our program right now. One of
Great.
them is in Sri Lanka. She's 12 years old, and she
Oh,
is doing research on the sharks in the rivers there that has never been done before. She is
wonderful.
phenomenal. So yes, I will definitely do another video or another live where we can have the kids on there and have
Yeah,
them
yeah, must.
not a problem. Definitely do that.
Have the kid, have also the parents, because
Okay,
I've been doing a lot of sharing in schools in Hong Kong, local international school. I find
good.
out even the kid, they are the educator to the adult,
Exactly.
and the adult will listen to the kid because that's how I work with the big corporations through the
They
kid.
are the future.
They tell the father who are CEO, the mother, then they will say, come on, whatever we produce, we have to think about the environment.
That's right.
Otherwise, I tell you one thing, we will never change, especially in Hong Kong, the consumer's habit. It's the manufacturing supplier that who can
Exactly. You have to
change it.
start at the base.
Okay.
Exactly.
We have to look at things in detail,
Exactly.
not
Well,
the
we
big
will
stuff.
definitely do that. We'll do another interview. We'll have you back on and we'll
Sure.
have the kids on and ask all kinds of questions. And let me just point out, you said you're thanking me because we don't get too much into the scientific. That's important because that's exactly what this was developed on. When MCN
Oh,
was developed,
wonderful.
when MCN was developed, I was actually known as the shark lady over at our aquarium here in Santa Barbara. And we were
Oh,
taught to speak in scientific terms only because they just wanted everything done only in scientific terms. When I did that, nobody stayed around, nobody cared, and nobody understood. When I started talking on their level, I had more people coming around, listening to me and getting
yeah.
passionate and getting involved. So we focus on the common language of the general public more so than the scientific terms.
Fully understood.
We're not discrediting scientists. We're not discrediting them at all. But the majority of the public doesn't get it. They don't understand. And if you don't understand it, you're not going to love it. You're not going to take care of it.
That's why we need, like you are doing, collaboration, connection globally, because I understand what you're facing. University, company, they're doing project for project.
Right.
Okay. When I go to do cleanup, ghost net, whatever, when I go to Philippines, I go to Brunei, I go to Malaysia, I talk to the people who actually involved in the water, and I talk to the fishermen. Sometimes they know more than anybody else.
True.
Don't be a big shot talking to them because they know more than anyone. They can see on the water what fish they have, what's the problem, and they know where the nets are. Exactly. What is causing the problem? I'll tell you one example. A few years ago, I was doing a media interview. They want to see the impact. I get one of the guy, a local guy in the village. I tell, can you help me? He said, don't worry, Harry. I tell you what, he said, look at the sky. I don't see anything. It's a cloud in the sunshine. And he said, let's go that way because the wind, the sky, the sun would tell them where I don't know how they do it. When we end up there, God, there's so much trash.
Exactly.
And they say, are you happy? I said, geez, I'm not happy. I'm shocked. But thank you. So, Kim, I think we need one thing.
Okay.
University, hopefully government, corporations, schools, NGO, we need to collaborate.
Exactly.
We need to share.
Exactly. That is
the ocean is so big. The planet has a lot of problems. Don't worry about getting your donation or not. If you're doing the right thing with ESG and SDGs, company will come to you.
That's true.
That's why I get companies to come to Ocean Park Conservation because I'm an engineer. because they go to with them, they understand. Like, if you don't mind, I would like to connect you with our ocean park conservation, even marine. Yeah, that they are really doing a lot of things, and I want to make an international impact about the ocean.
Very true. Very true.
Ask the kid. You know what you do before you invite a kid, okay, for next interview.
Okay.
Give them a topic about a ghost net. They will give you a lot of questions. I was
Okay.
in one school, 7 years old. They give me hundreds of questions.
Wow.
I was so surprised.
Wow.
I said, how can you find it? He said, Mr. Harry Chan, don't you know that we are very good in games, playing games?
Oh, no.
But when our teacher tells us you're coming with GhostNet, we go to search through the computer. You know, when you search computer,
Good.
they give you all the links, and the kid can get that so
Wow.
fast.
A lot of them know the computers better than us.
A lot of them, yeah.
Well,
How to
listen,
search.
we're running out of time.
I'm
Zoom
sorry.
is
Yeah,
getting ready-
sure.
That's okay. Zoom is getting ready to cut me off in about 5 minutes or so. I want to thank you for taking the time out this morning, or your morning,
My
your
pleasure.
time. And hopefully we'll put this out there on our platform. We'll
Please.
have tons of questions, and we will definitely
Spread
do
them out.
another interview.
Tell your guests to spread out. And then thank you so much. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. And welcome you to Hong Kong. Hong
Thank
Kong's
you.
beautiful.
Yes, please. I would love to.
Yeah, I look forward to see you.
Look forward to seeing you. And thank you very much. We will
Okay.
talk
Bye
later.
bye, everybody. Wherever you
Bye.
are.
Thanks
near or
everybody
far.
for joining us. Marine
Bye
Conservation.
bye.
Have
Yeah,
a good day.
you too.